Hi everybody, it's Geordie from Geordie Colours. Thank you so much for joining me. First of all, let me wish you all a very Merry Christmas, Christmas Day. I am not filming this on Christmas Day. I have pre-done this one. I'm probably busy either cleaning up from cooking or still cooking or one of the two. So I've pre-recorded this, but it's Christmas Day. So happy Christmas, everybody. And I hope you're having a lovely day. I hope you've got lots of nice goodies, hopefully all colouring related, of course. So today we have this really fun page. It's called Middle-Aged Zebra in Lycra. This one really cracks me up. My husband's a cyclist, so he's very much a middle-aged man in Lycra. So that's really made me giggle. Okay, so let's start with our little zebra here. Now he's got some sort of cycling outfit on. I'm going to try and figure out the ins and outs of that. So I think I'm going to start with his outfit actually, and I'm going to do his outfit in shades of red with a touch of blue because, you know, I love this red. I think I've said this a million times on this channel. This is my favorite red combination, the Ohuhu markers. I've got R8, R6 and R160. I use these colors time and time again. I just love them. I just think they're so bright and colorful, and they're a really nice kind of true red. They're not like an orangey red. They're a nice kind of real, almost a cherry red, I want to say. I don't know. I just really like them. So I'm going to use those again today. Yeah, probably getting a bit predictable in my color combinations. Feel free to mix it up. Feel free to change it around if you so wish. But yeah, I just really like this red. And of course, he's a racing zebra, so he needs a nice, good, fast racing colour. So I think he's got some sort of cycling jersey and obviously his cycling shorts on. Now, cycling shorts are generally, from what I've seen, generally black, but, you know, let's go crazy and make them red as well, because our zebra is going to be obviously white and black. So we want him to stand out a little bit. He's got quite a large posterior, isn't he? Well, that cycling's giving him lots of muscles down there. So yeah, he's fun. So I hope you have all had a lovely Christmas day, whatever it's been doing. I hope you've been having fun. I hope you've been relaxing. Perhaps you don't celebrate Christmas. That's cool too. I hope you're having a nice time, even if you're not celebrating Christmas, and enjoying whatever it is you're doing today. I hope it brings you plenty of time to colour whatever the day is. Whether you celebrate Christmas or not, I hope you're finding plenty of time to sit down and relax and perhaps spend some time colouring, perhaps just spend some time with family. Yeah. And I hope if you're somewhere where it's a bit chilly that you're bundled up and keeping warm. It's obviously not cold here. It's beautiful temperature at the moment, absolutely lovely. I love Abu Dhabi at this time of year. It is just glorious. We have beautiful warm days. Feels a little bit chilly in the morning. You're going to laugh because it's still about 16, 17 degrees in the morning, and then it warms up to the kind of mid-20s by the afternoon. Okay, so let's do some blue accents. So he's going to have a few blue accents on his outfit. So I've got PB8, PB7 and B050 for the blue. Again, I like this blue combination. It's a nice bright coloured blue, and I just think it looks really cool. Just a couple of blue. I might do, I don't know, what are we going to do? I might do his bike in a blue colour as well, because every self-respecting cyclist knows that you have to have coordinated outfits. Apparently, you can't go out with, you know, uncoordinated outfits. So I've been told. So, yeah, I need to do this little stripe down here as well. And then I think his accessories are just going to be blue. So we'll do some blue. We'll do some blue glasses and a blue bike, I think. Should we do that? Yeah, why not? Okay, let's start with his glasses here. Obviously his cycling glasses. Needs to protect his eyes while he's cycling. My whole family are cyclists. I'm not. I'm normally just the taxi driver. But yeah, all of my children and my husband are all competitive cyclists. And so we spend a lot of time with in the cycling community and going to races and all that sort of good stuff. It's always a lot of fun, and my kids enjoy it, and it's a good way to stay healthy and keep fit. So yeah, as a mum, I can't really complain. I think it's all good. Perhaps I need to join in with them. I don't know. It's been a long time since I was on a bike. I'm not sure I could even get on one anymore. Forgotten what to do. But yeah, it's a big sport in my family. Trouble with cycling is it's like you seem to have to spend a long time on it. It's not like a quick sport, you know, like it's not like going out for a jog or something like that. You're not just done in half an hour or something. It kind of, yeah, you can spend a long time cycling. So I've discovered. Okay, let's see. I'm trying to figure out which parts are blue and which parts are going to be like metal coloured. I think we'll just do it like this. As always with these pages, I don't think you can go too far wrong, really. I mean, it's all just about having fun, and as long as you're having fun, then you're winning. Okay. So do I give him... I'm going to have to. I'm going to give him red gloves and red shoes. I think he's going to be wearing gloves, of course. And he's going to be wearing shoes. So we'll do those red to match the rest of his outfit. You're definitely going to see this guy come in, aren't you? He's not going to blend in anytime soon. He's going to be easy to spot. He's got his little gloves and his shoes on. I'm going to have to do the little stripe on his shoes there, and I'm going to have to do the ends of his handlebars. Let's have a look. So I'm going to do this little stripe here, and then I think he's going to have blue bar tape on his handlebars as well. Make everything fit in, everything match. Okay. I think the rest, I think we have to do this bit. Yeah, I think I'm going to do this bit in blue as well. The forks, I don't know if they would be normally painted. I honestly couldn't tell you. But like I say, it doesn't really matter. It's all about having fun. Okay, let's do some silvery parts on the bike. So I've got CG2 and CG200 to do kind of like the metal parts on my bike here. I find these are kind of like my best colour for silvery metal. Do this bit. Some of these areas are very fiddly, so I wouldn't get too stressed about spending like loads of time kind of blending out or anything. They're tiny little areas, so I don't think it's going to matter too much at all. Okay, while I've got this marker out, I'm going to do the kind of body of my zebra. Obviously I want it to be white, but we're going to add a little bit of the grey to make that white kind of pop out, so it definitely looks white, because white things still have a shadow. So it's always good to add a little bit of a shadow to the things you want to be white, so that they actually look like they're white. Does that make sense? Does that sound like I'm talking a load of rubbish? Hopefully you know what I mean. By adding a touch of grey, it just kind of makes the white pop a little bit more. At least I think so anyway. I'm gonna add some, but feel free just to leave it. You don't have to go to this trouble if you don't want. I just think it adds a little bit of dimension to the page, stops it looking quite so flat. I'm not adding a huge amount, like I say, just a touch, just to kind of emphasize the shadows. And where did I put that? I don't want it, like I said, I don't want it to look grey, so I'm just being careful just to keep it to the edges and not add too much to it. Add a little bit of darker marker around that bit there. Okay, maybe a little bit more to that. Okay, let's bring out a darker grey. Oh, I forgot his tail. Let's do his tail first. So let's add some of this along here. Again, just a touch. I don't want to make it look completely grey. I just want to add a little bit. Okay, so let's pull out a darker grey to do his stripes. So I've got NG09 and NG06. So these are really dark grey markers. So I'm going to add a little bit along this kind of center line here, where it kind of looks like his, you know, spine's a bit curved in. Pull it out a little bit on that side. And then we'll blend that out. And the line art is quite thin on these stripes, so gonna have to be a little bit careful not to go too far out of the lines. I mean, it doesn't really matter if you do. It's not the end of the world. But kind of just doing the very, very tip of my marker. I try and stop it from bleeding out too much. Okay, I'm gonna do the tips of his ears here. I don't know if the tips are, I presume they're a dark grey, I don't know, or black. Okay, and do the same with the stripes on his head. And his eyebrows as well. I feel like we need to define those. Again, just trying to use the very tip of my marker for these kind of finer areas where the line art is quite teeny tiny actually. Most of RJ's line art is quite thick, but when he's doing his kind of like details, adding all those details, it gets quite fine. So you just have to be a little bit more careful. There's quite a few stripes there. So this is page number 20, as I said, which means we are, what have we got? We've got 50 pages. We're nearly halfway. We are nearly halfway. We're at 40% of the book, which is pretty cool. Quite excited about that. 40%. Wow, that's gone quick. So yeah, 40% of the way through. In another 5 weeks' time, we will be halfway through our book, which is really exciting. That's definitely the furthest I've got in any book ever. So I do feel like that's quite an accomplishment for me. Right, we're going to use these same darker grey markers on his, oh, I forgot. There's a little bit that should be red there. I'm going to go in with the R6 marker and just add a little bit of red. I think that's kind of his shorts there. Okay, so we're going to use these same darker markers for the tires. Yeah, so that's kind of exciting to be nearly halfway through the book. And like I say, definitely the furthest I've gotten in any of the books that I've ever touched. So quite pleased with that. And it really hasn't taken long at all to do this. It's been pretty quick. Well, it feels like it's been pretty quick. I know we've been going for 20 weeks, so not really that quick, but you know, like it does feel like we've achieved something here. And it doesn't feel like I've spent huge amounts of time on it because each page is so quick and easy to do. We're getting each page done in about 20-30 minutes, sometimes 40 minutes, depends on how complex the page is, but definitely less than an hour for each page. Some of our pages have been done super fast and taken like 20 minutes. Other pages have taken longer, but how cool is it, eh? Like we're 20 pages in, 40% of the way. I think that's awesome. Quite excited about that. Okay, what color should we do? I think rather than bringing in too many other colors, I'm going to use black for his seat, or darker grey for his seat as well. So I'll add that in there. I always like to keep the colours quite limited. Obviously, feel free to add more colours in if you want. Definitely make the page your own. Okay, so the only thing I've forgotten to pull out, I want to do his kind of nose and the inside of his ears in a kind of slightly paler, sort of like a peachy colour. So let's have a look what we've got. What have we got? That will work. YR110 and maybe YR205. Oh, I can never find the markers when I'm looking for them. It's always the way. There we go. Right, so I'm going to use YR205 and YR110. So 205 comes from the skin tone set, and 110 comes from the normal set. I've got the wrong end. I just wanted kind of like a bit of a light peachy colour for his nose and the inside of his ears. And then I might just add a touch of that lighter one to create kind of a cheek on him. Because obviously he's working hard, so he's going to be a little bit flushed. I think that's it. I think that's it. I think we're done. I'm going to add a touch of glossy accents to his kind of goggles, his eyes, his glasses here. And I'm going to call that finished. Oh, no, I'm not. Of course I'm not. I need to add my white gel pen details. Almost forgot. And I probably should have done that before adding the glossy accents, because I'm going to have to be super careful that I don't smudge the glossy accents now. But let's add that. So I'm going to use my white Secure Jelly Roll pen here in the size 08. And let's just add some fun little highlight details everywhere. I say this every time, I never quite know where to put these kind of highlights. I kind of just go with my gut and put them wherever I think it will work. There's no kind of rhyme or reason to it. I just hope for the best. As always, I'm no expert, so do what works for you. And at the end of the day, this is all just about having fun and enjoying the process. And as long as that's happening, I think we're winning. So yeah, don't stress too much about it. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's sure that you can see it a huge amount on some of these lighter areas, but we'll add a little bit in there on the bike as well. Okay, I'm wondering if I should have done his handlebars in black, maybe just to define them a little bit, but we're done. We're calling it quits. Let's put a little bit on his nose. And I put a few little dots in his cheeks there. I don't know if that adds anything, but I know it's there. And that is done. There's our little zebra on his bike. This one is called Middle-Aged Zebra in Lycra. I hope you enjoyed it. Had a lot of fun with that one. And of course, Merry Christmas. And I will see you again. New Year's Day is our next page. So the first page for the, where are we at? The kind of beginning of the halfway mark, does that make sense? Will be on New Year's Day. So I look forward to seeing you then. Thank you all so much for joining me today. Hope you have a lovely day. Take care, everybody, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.